Today on 3D Outdoors, we're going to do a review of the Mr. Heater Portable Buddy Heater. Stay tuned. Alright, had somebody ask me, they noticed the heater in one of my videos and asked if I liked it, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to share my opinions with you and kind of go over it a little bit. If you watch some of my other ice fishing videos, you'll see this in the shack when I'm ice fishing, and if you watch some of the videos from the previous year, you'll see the Hunter Buddy. And the difference between the two is the Hunter Buddy was rated for 6,000 to 12,000 BTU, I believe. And if we look on the box on this one here, this is 4,000 and 9,000. And you'd say, well, why would you go for less heat? Isn't more always better? Well, in this case, no. I went to an insulated shack when I upgraded, if you've seen in the videos, the transition and equipment, and this one is insulated. So it doesn't take as much heat to heat it. Plus, this is a smaller package than that Hunter. It sits out wider. It has another container on the side here that you can put another bottle in for storage or whatever you want. So it's a much larger footprint inside the shack. And as you can see in the videos, it's very limited space. So I actually like this one a lot better. I can turn it down lower so that it doesn't overheat me inside the shack. It really works well. Now we'll go over some of the features here on any of the Mr. Heater heaters, I believe, have these features, but I'll go over it specifically on the Portable Buddy here. They say the handle folds down, which it does for compact storage. A little bit more space anyway, not a lot. Swivel out regulator for easy fuel connection. That is true. I do like that. I have an older version of this that actually fell apart. The ceramic fell off. I JB welded it back on. Still works. That just tells you how tough they are. But you had to pick the heater up sideways, screw the bottle in straight in. It was a little harder to do. This one here, it does tilt out, which is nice. You can screw the 1 pound propane bottle off, screw it on, tip it right back in. Real easy, really nice. They feature a low oxygen shutoff, which is nice, especially if you're in a confined space, you don't want to run out of air. Has a single control for starting and heat adjustment. And what they mean by that, on the old ones you would turn it on and then it had an igniter button, similar to your grill, same thing. You'd push the button and ignite the propane. This one here, you turn the switch over to your pilot and then you push down to start it. Did that start? I can't even see from the video if the pilot's running on it or not. There it goes. So then it starts the pilot like that, and then you turn your adjuster to your low setting or your high setting, whatever you want. Kind of nice, you don't have that separate igniter button to push, so you're trying to manipulate two things at one time. So that is a nice feature. I like that. Let's see what else they have on here for good points. Oh, it has a tip over safety. That's also good too, especially if you're in like a portable ice shack or a hunting blind or something like that. You wouldn't want to tip it over and catch something on fire and have it keep going. So if you tip it over, it will shut itself off. Now let's go into some of the negatives. They show on here in a hunting blind situation, in ice fishing shack. Now, in the ice fishing shack, I always have what is called the skirt on the outside down on the ice. Usually put a little snow around it to keep it down, to keep the wind out. That's a big thing with these. They show this sitting next to this gentleman hunting out of a duck blind, I presume, or something like that. And on the other side of the box, they show a couple sitting out camping outside. Now, if you had zero wind, that would be possible. But I would say no. The Buddies, that whole line does not like the bigger one's the same way. My original one was the same way. They do not like wind. You get the littlest bit of wind, they start, you hear them, they're popping, and all of a sudden they go out. They just do not like wind. So if you wanted to sit outside with it on your front porch, maybe you're a cigar smoker and you want a heater to heat you up if it's a little cold outside to take the chill off. If you have any wind at all, that's not going to work. But for in a shop or in an ice shack, one like mine, the flip over ones, or a Permy, those would be great. They even have on the back mounting holes. So you could run like sheetrock screws into wood or whatever and just set this thing right on there. So you could mount it on a wall if you had a permanent ice shack, or you had a little garage or a little shed or something like that. You could mount it right in there. So overall, it's a great heater. The only downside, well, there's two. Let's go to both downsides. One is the fact that no wind. If you have any wind, it's an issue. The second thing is, obviously, and it's a downside and a plus, is the 1 pound cylinders. Now you can get an adapter and put a hose on here and run it over to a 20 pound or a 5 pound or whatever size jug you got, and I do have that, I just haven't been using it. That does save you a lot of money, because if you go to your local store and buy these, they're getting really expensive. So that is a downside, the cost, but for convenience, that's what you're going to pay for. So overall, I would give the Portable Buddy heater, I don't know, 4 out of 5. The only downside that I really find, because I'm willing to pay the extra for the portability and the ease of use, so the only real downside is the fact that it doesn't like wind. Otherwise, it's a great heater, dependable, works every time I use it. And the price is reasonable as well. And obviously, prices may vary, but I'll put a link down below to where you can find it and purchase it if you'd like. So there you go. There is the Mr. Heater Portable Buddy Heater. This is Dan with 3D Outdoors, reminding you to get into the outdoors and enjoy everything it has to offer. If you like this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. See you next time.